Hi everyone, just let me get my camera set up a sec because it won't shrink on this setting. I'll leave it as it is for now. Put it. As some of you may know, I tried uploading a video, well, it'll be a week today, and I still haven't managed to get it uploaded. So this is me having a bit of a rant. So as I'm ranting, you might as well have some decent scenery to look at, so here goes. Camera around, and we're in a park called Balmoral Park, lovely Victorian park. As you can see, the only problem is it's on a bit of a hill, but while I'm ranting, we have these archways here, and believe it or not, during World War II, a lot of people would be that scared of getting bombed, they actually slept underneath there. Anyway, back on with my rant. I put a video out a couple of days ago, well, apologising for the one I'd not put out. Some of the information on that was slightly wrong, but I was only going off what information came up on the screen. At first I tried going on Windows 10 on a normal PC, uploading my 4 videos. Sorry, I'll have to put the camera down a sec so I can see where I'm walking. My 4 videos that I was going to edit into one video. And there you go. Another bomb shelter, if you can call it that. I won't want to be out here in winter. Anyway, back onto what I was saying. The information that came up at first was saying it couldn't read the video file. I can accept that. I was using Photos on Windows 10 and the software is free, it's already uploaded onto the computer. That'll do. And I ended up with a film that was 23 minutes long. And yes, if you're bored of this, by all means switch off or whatever. Really doesn't matter at this stage. But my point is this. No, I keep saying that, I'm going to have to get out of that habit. I kind of expected it not to work at that point. So I went on to an Apple Mac and put video pad on there, which is kind of, you get a free trial. Yeah, I think you've got to be on so many there for so many hours before it'll stop the trial. Well, that's how I understand it. So I was loading that up, and it kind of started to upload to YouTube. I thought, oh, this is good. It had been loading about 3.5 hours, coming up to midnight. I thought, right, gotta stop now. Sorry, coming off the subject a minute. That wall there, you might be able to see across the top of the wall, there's holes in it. Again, there were a Victorian cafe, and I believe that it was still being used as a cafe late 60s, early 70s. And it got pulled down because it was cheaper to pull it down than repair it. Anyway, like the badger. We do see a lot of them in this park. That and foxes on it, but you've got to come out on a night time, otherwise you don't stand a chance. But as daft as it sounds, people think badgers are small. That's not much bigger than the ones I've seen in here. And boy, do they sound like a snorting pig when they're running after you on a night time. But they only do that when I've got the dog, because the dogs are similar size. Anyway, what I was actually trying to film is at the bottom here, and it's an old railway, and this railway goes from Lockwood to Meltham, and I believe that the reason why it was there is, sorry, I'm getting out of breath. The reason why it was there is that there was David's Brown tractor factory at the end at Meltham, and it was to supply the other local businesses, and then it became a passenger line. But I think it was April 1965 when that stopped being a passenger line anymore. But yeah, just to prove what I'm getting at, I think there's some signs down here. Anyway, back on what I was saying. There is, so again, thought, oh, I'll leave it overnight. It'll upload. I'll put it out in the morning. And again, sorry, I'm going off tangent again, but this is me, and I'm pretty much a bit schizophrenic, but it's how I've been all my life. Or as some people would say, I'm having a squirrel moment. Anyway, back on with my rant. I thought if I'm walking and ranting, then it's not coming out as me screaming at the phone and going, "Ah!" Anyway, I feel a lot better after just doing that. This is the Meltham branch line, or part of it. I'm not going too far. Probably end this video in about, what, 3 minutes, because the other problem is that I'm also, whenever I put anything out on those formats, it's saying your video's too long, your video's too long, your video's too long. Right, fair enough. So after that, on this phone that I am recording now, I put VN video editor on my phone. Trimmed the video down, got it to about 13 minutes. I thought, with the advice note that came up when I tried putting it on the Mac, because again, that was saying the video was too long. And YouTube liked videos in between 12 and 15 minutes long. I thought, I can accept that. So, trimmed it down, got it to 13 minutes. That software then told me that I had to trim another 3 minutes out of it. And you think, okay, there's going to be nothing left of this video by the time it comes. So I just thought, right, I've had enough here. In the meantime, I'd spoken to Lee of Aqua Adventures. He tried advising me. And he says, oh, it must be memory on your computer. Right, fair enough. I could accept that. So I wiped the computer of everything. Started reinstalling everything, piece by piece, just to keep it down to the bare minimum for what I needed. And it still wouldn't have it. So I say I've tried everything I can. And Claire Aurora, do you know my mind's a mess? Messaged me on Discord. She says, I've seen your video, I've never had a message on YouTube saying that my video's too long. I had, but I put it down to the software that was on the computer. It might have been going back to when YouTube first started up. I don't know. I do actually think it wasn't YouTube. I do actually think that it was a default message that was on my computer. So, that being said, you know, where do I go from here? I'm going back to Claire Aurora. I can never pronounce that right. I think it must be my Yorkshire accent. So I do apologise, Claire. She messaged me and I told her everything that had gone off. And rather patiently, after I'd had this rant, I'd said, what software do you use? Now, I'm not going to give personal information, you know, anything that could be, it's not my information to give, so I'm not going to give that out. But I'm going to try the software that Claire suggested. And by her own admissions, it's nothing major, but it'll do her for now. And I thought, well, if it gets me started, gets me moving in the right direction, all well and good. So I'm going to try that in a bit. But in the meantime, thank you for listening to my rant, and I hope you enjoy the scenery, and God bless you all. Bye.